Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Maddie, and this week I'm going to be doing a video about how to get ready for 2022 and how to make it your best year ever. So first of all, let me just start off by saying Happy New Year, guys. I hope everyone gets what they want from this year. I hope everyone becomes the best version of themselves. I hope that we can all achieve our goals. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I did last year, what worked, what didn't work, and what I'm going to try to bring into the new year. So if you don't know me, or if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I just started university this year. So I just finished my first semester at the end of December, and there was a lot of change going on for me. So a lot of stuff at the beginning of 2021 I was hoping for was to be able to settle into school properly, to finish high school with the best grades I possibly could, to start off university on a good note, all that kind of stuff. So something that really helped me maintain my goals was writing things down. I personally love to write things. I don't like having really important things on my computer because I feel like I'll forget about it. So I would write myself little sticky notes and stick them all around my room of goals that I want to have, and that's something that kind of held me accountable, something I could see every day when I woke up, and I feel like that really helped me towards achieving those goals. For things that didn't work last year, I did set a lot of goals, which is great, but I think some of them were a little too broad, and to be honest, I think I would have been able to achieve a lot more if I had probably broken it down into smaller pieces or smaller milestones that I could actually achieve and see results and be happy with. So I think trying to break up your goals into smaller pieces may be something that could be really helpful to actually accomplish what you want to get done. So goal setting. For myself, I wanted to actually talk about a couple goals that I had, or well, a few, because I would hopefully like to look back on this video in a year and see that I've accomplished quite a few of these things. So the first one, obviously, I want to do really well in my second semester of university. I'm very happy to say that I did really great in my first semester, which I'm really relieved about. So I'd like to continue, good work habits, good work ethic, doing all my homework and everything like that into this new year. Something else is obviously this YouTube channel. I'm at, I think, 710 subscribers as I film this right now. So of course my goal would be to hit 1,000 subscribers, hopefully before the end of the year, and be a part of the partner program. I think that would be awesome. Something else is I would like to have a lot more engagement on YouTube, just knowing people actually like my content. So, if you see something and you like it, leave a comment. That would make me really happy. Another goal I have is to get back into running. Growing up, I used to love long distance running. And I would do that with a lot of my friends, but I feel as I've gotten a little bit older, even though I'm not that old, I think I've kind of lost that exercise aspect, and I definitely want to get back into that because it's not very healthy to just do school and sleep, definitely not. So to be more active is definitely another one of my goals, to go running more and that kind of thing. I have a bunch more goals, but the last one I'm going to share with you guys is my own music. Hopefully I will overcome my fear of stage fright and actually be able to share some of my own written music with the world, maybe YouTube, maybe on TikTok. I don't know where yet, but that is something I actually accomplished last year, December 31st, New Year's Eve. So I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that later into the video, but those are some of my goals for this year. The first thing I recommend to anyone when starting off the new year is to make a vision board. I myself actually haven't made my physical copy for this year. I did do a digital one that I made, and I'll show you guys how to do that in a little bit. And I set that as my computer background so I could see it all day, all the time, every time I open my computer, which is great. But I'm going to show you guys my one from last year and kind of tell you what I was able to accomplish on the board and what didn't happen. So this is my vision board from last year. I hope my head is not blocking anything here, my shadow. So basically I did a lot of these things actually. This corner was kind of where I accomplished most. So as I was just saying, I did actually perform virtually in a virtual concert with Sessions Live, their end of year festival. And that was the first time I've ever actually done something like that in a very, very, very long time. The last time I performed in front of people, I think I was 10 years old, and I was a lot more brave then. but I was able to perform 2 of my own songs and then 2 Disney songs that I really love. And I think that really helped me to boost my confidence. And if you told me at the beginning of 2021 that I would have done that, I definitely would not have believed you. So I'm really proud of that. That I was able to do that. And what's actually really funny is I have a guitar, an electric guitar that looks just like this. As for YouTube, I was able to accomplish posting at least 1 video every month, which is a really big deal for me because I'm in school, full-time school, and I don't have a lot of time at all, but I made the time for the things I love, which is YouTube is one of them, and I was really happy to do that. TikTok, I still post TikToks and things like that. I'm not like a big poster on there anymore because, again, I just don't have time for all the social medias, but that's still something that I tried to be a part of. Obviously for the travel stuff, I didn't actually travel this year really like out of the country. We did go to Montreal and at the end of August, beginning of September, which was nice. And I took a lot of photos, which I printed out and I could show you guys later if that's something you want. And healthy eating. I have actually been pretty good at this whole healthy eating thing this year. Lots of smoothies, thanks to my mom. She always makes me smoothies and I love them so much. But yeah, that was something I really wanted to get my health in check and I was able to do that. So yeah, this was my vision board for last year and I'm hoping to make another one for this year. So I've been making vision boards for the past, I'd say probably 3 years now. And what's actually really funny is growing up when I was like really young at our after school program, we would always cut out magazines and put our favorite pictures on poster board. And we never called it a vision board back then, but like essentially that's what it was. And I found a couple of my old ones when we moved into my new house and just some of the things I put on there, I'm like, oh wow, like, okay, I've done this, that kind of thing. And I just thought it was really cool to see that. So anyways, I love it because I like having a nice visual to kind of see, okay, I see this in my room every day. This is something I want to do, something I want to accomplish, all that kind of stuff. So I think it's a really great motivator if you are a visual person like myself. It's definitely something that can help you. So now I'm going to show you guys how I made my virtual one for this year to set as your computer background. So as you can see, I've already made one and I set it up where it's not just one photo, but if you can tell, there is 9 different blocks. So here's the first one here, 2, 3, and then 3 more, so 9. But I'm going to remake another one just so you guys can follow along and make one with me. So I've kind of just started off taking pictures from Pinterest. Here I'm just looking up healthy food. I'm obviously not going to do a full board for you guys, but just kind of show you my thought process when I went through this. I would just kind of look for cute photos that I liked and add it to a 2022 board that I made. Here I forgot that I already made the board, so gonna just figure that out eventually and see, okay, there we go, I can add it to that board that's already made. I really like starting with healthy food. That's always my favorite one to start with. And of course I love summer, so looking at summer photos, just kind of motivation to have fun and make the most of things, take a lot of pictures. I also got a Polaroid camera for Christmas and I've been using that. I'm really excited to take a ton of photos this summer with it and hopefully I can show you guys all of that and have some lovely photos like these ones on Pinterest. Also, if you're not following me on Pinterest, you should definitely check out my page. I have lots of fun photos. Anyways, so here I've taken a few photos. Let's see what I'm looking up next. Study aesthetic, yes. This is like for school for me, for motivation, university, study. I picked a photo from there. I like that one. Studying by a window, that's really cute. And then I'm just gonna go back to my account and take a look at what I've saved so far. And yeah, this is like a lot of photos that I've already taken from my board that I actually made on my computer already that I just showed you guys. Now I'm just clicking the 3 dots to download the images. I'm only gonna download a few just for time purpose. But yeah, it's really easy like that, just saves to your computer. And of course you can do the same thing if you're making it on your phone. And I'm going to be using Canva to make the collage just because it's easy, it's free, and I like it, I'm familiar with it. But of course you can use anything that you like, Photoshop, pick collage, anything like that. So here you're gonna go to uploads, click upload media, and you're going to select your photos. If you're wondering about the other photos, that was for a criminology collage for one of my classes. Yeah, that's all that is. Anyways, so now I'm just going to upload a few. Oops, I didn't want that one that big. Let's take that out. Okay, add it in. I only picked 5 photos, but again, like I said, this is just for demonstration purposes. So I have one here of studying, one of iced coffee because I love that, journals because I like to journal as I've mentioned, a little motivational quote, and a cute little summer aesthetic. Of course, I added way more photos to the one that I actually spent time to make. But yeah, here I'm just adding in 2022. You can play around with the font, with the color, italics if you want it, letter spacing, line spacing, and there's a whole bunch of fonts. So I actually really love Canva. I would totally recommend this to use because it's really simple and easy to get the hang of. But yeah, just, you can change up the color. I love blue, so that's why I chose blue. And yeah, it's simple. You can even add in little stickers and not emojis, but different stuff. And of course you could play around with the sizing. I'm pretty sure you can even add in borders. But yeah, just jazz it up whatever way you like and set it as your computer screen. And there you go. You have a lovely vision board. The second thing that I do to always make sure that my year is great is journaling. Journaling may not be for everybody, but there's different ways that you can do it. If you really like the digital aspect, maybe you can write notes on your phone or type it up on your computer. Or if you're more old school and you like to write things down by hand, you can keep an actual physical journal and just kind of write about your year. For me personally, I am definitely a writer by hand. I'll kind of explain this here. So I've been writing yearly for about 4 years now. So this one is 2017 or 2018, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2018. Yeah, so that's 2018. This is 2019, 2020, 2021 just finished, and now I'm on to 2022. There we go. But I really like this because you can kind of look back at yourself and see what you've been able to accomplish, how you've changed, how your thought process has changed. It's honestly really interesting because it's so hard to remember every day or every minute or every time that you spend with friends. It's really hard to remember all that. So I love writing everything down so one day you can look back and see how far you've come, what you've had to go through, how strong you are. I think it's really amazing. This last journal I have here was actually given to me as a gift. It's called the Dream Journal. I'm going to show you guys a few pages in it because it's really both aesthetically pleasing and a great way to keep track of your goals. So this is what the cover looks like. It has this holographic writing on it, which I really love. It gives you the spot to write your name, which I've already done. Honestly love this journal because it looks like something that you would see out of Pinterest. It has a cute little table of contents and has all these little sayings in it, which I think are adorable. It tells you how to use the journal, which is great. It has all these different prompts. So this is kind of broken up into sections. There's 1 year, 1 year goals, and it says a little thing here about that. I love this part. It has this inspiration before you get to write everything down. So if you're trying to think of something to add on, they give you a list of something maybe you could add from here, or of course your own things. Is to write all your dreams 1 through 100. And here it says the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. I love that. Here's another one. Here on this page they have more inspiration ideas to add. I really like this one, go to Coachella. That sounds fun. So those are just 2 different kinds of journaling that you could do this year. The more general, talking about, everyday life and how you're changing and all that kind of stuff. And then there's also the prompts aspect, talking about your goals specifically and things like that. Personally, I like to do both because they both kind of bring different things to the table for me, which I really like. And the more writing for me personally, I find the better, the more memories to hold on to, which is really great. So hopefully you guys can take that and use one of those 2 different methods to help your new year. The third thing to make this the best year ever is to clean your spaces. I know a lot of people may think that they don't need to, or maybe you don't even want to, but honestly, having a clean space means that you can have a clear mind. At least that's how I feel. Every year, it's our tradition in my family that we completely clean our house and make sure everything is organized, because it just feels good going into the new year knowing that you at least have one thing accomplished, that you have a neat, organized space. I love that. So personally, what I did was I cleaned out my closet, made sure all my clothes were actually folded and not just tossed in there, vacuumed my carpet, wiped down all my spaces, did all that kind of stuff, changed up my sheets and everything, organized all my books. So I definitely recommend that you guys do the same in whatever capacity you can, even if that's just like cleaning up your desk where you sit. Having a nice space makes everyone feel happy. The fourth thing is having some sort of agenda or planner, again, whether that's on paper or digital, to just help you sort out and organize your year. So personally, what I like to do is write out the big things that are probably going to happen. So if you know you're supposed to finish your school semester on a certain day in that month, like write down the big things that you know for sure are going to happen. Or if you guys have a family vacation planned, write that kind of stuff down, like the main things. Of course, you can't write everything else, like the smaller things, down to a T, because stuff is bound to change and move around. Plans get canceled all the time, and that's okay. So I like having the big stuff down, and then I personally use Google Calendar to write out my classes, or if I'm going to see people, or if I have plans to go shopping, or if I have to go to work, things like that, I will put in Google Calendar. And that is one thing that I do like to have digital, because I can have it on my phone and my computer, and I'll get notifications for it, which is really helpful because I do forget a lot of things. Maybe that's another New Year's resolution. I don't want to forget so many things, better memory. So that is really helpful just to kind of keep your life organized. And with Google Calendar, you can use all different sorts of colors and little emojis and things like that. Of course, you don't have to use that specific app. You can use whatever works for you. I'm sure there's lots of ones out there. I just know that you don't have to pay for Google Calendar, which is great. But yeah, just having everything where you can see it, where you can get reminded of it, so you can go about your day feeling ready and that you're not wasting time, which I love. Since we spend so much time on our phones and on different screens, whether that's the TV, computer, actual cell phone, whatever it is, we're always on our screens if we're honest with ourselves. So one thing that I really like to do is a digital cleanup, just kind of getting rid of a whole bunch of photos you don't need, getting rid of apps you don't use anymore, organizing your little apps and putting them into boxes. Personally, I love doing that. That's my favorite thing. Getting a fresh new screensaver, maybe even a new phone case, things like that. That personally helps me feel great and ready to start something new, because I feel like for so much of the year, my phone, especially my camera roll, is just filled with like a whole bunch of screenshots of schoolwork and like total garbage that I don't need. So since I just finished my first semester, I deleted all the screenshots of all the homework that I did, any assignments, any questions I had, and I got rid of so much space. I got rid of so many photos, and I got so much space and storage back, which was great. So that's something that can really just feel like a huge weight lifted off your shoulders. When your phone is clean, your digital space is clean, I also feel very happy and better. The last thing I'm going to suggest to make your new year awesome is to have some kind of self-care routine, or even just do one really nice self-care act for yourself going into this new year so you can feel great. I know personally, I like to do a little change, something different, either to my routine or to my actual look. Like recently, I dyed my hair. You probably can't really tell anymore because it grew out, but that was just something that made me feel different and new, and I think that's fun. Everyone likes to feel a little change, but just adding something into your routine that makes you feel good. For example, maybe you're not really a bath person, but every once in a while, if you want to take a nice bath with candles, essential oils, all that kind of stuff, that could really make you feel good. Or if you want to cut your hair or buy a new outfit or get some new shoes, anything like that, just to make yourself feel special, is really important to feel like your best self. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. I truly wish all of you the best for 2022. I have a great feeling about this year, and I hope everyone can enjoy it with lots of happiness and travel and adventure. Anyways, I will see you guys next week, and if you like this video, let me know in the comments down below. Bye guys!